What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to give you backtesting tips that you can use to become a better trader, and stay tuned until the end because I'm going to give you a link towards a free course that I did with BlueFX, the prop firm, about building a system, and there we go really deep into how to backtest your own strategy. So let's get started. All right, so we are at the charts, and today I'm going to give you some backtesting tips because some people ask me about it, and I'm very big into backtesting. I think it's really, really important. And if you want to backtest, you should always start with concepts. I've said it many times before on this channel, but there are so many ways that you can make money trading, and you have to find a few concepts, maybe just one, that you fully understand. And then you're going to build rules around the concepts. You're going to test these rules to see if there's any edge. And then you can basically make the rules better or add some rules to see if it increases performance. Then you go demo trading to see if you can execute what you did in backtesting. And then you go to live trading. That's basically the stages you're going through. So stage number one is concepts. My trading is basically built around liquidity absorption. That's the concept that I've chosen to build my strategy around. And it doesn't matter what concept you use. Some people are all about smart money concepts these days. I don't think any particular concept is better than another concept, because there's just so many ways to trade, guys. And if there's a concept that someone is profitable with, doesn't mean you are going to be profitable with it. So really take your time and think about 1, 2, or 3 concepts that you like and that you want to build a strategy around. Is it liquidity? Pick liquidity. Is it a certain indicator that you think is very, very good and that you want to build a strategy around? Pick that. Maybe it's a certain candlestick pattern that you think is very valuable. Pick that concept. Start with concepts, and you can learn this from free online stuff. You can read books about it. You can ask questions in groups. Maybe if someone posts a chart, look at the chart, ask, all right, what concepts that you use? Why did you analyze this way? And just learn and absorb information. And then you can decide, all right, I like this concept. This is what I'm going to use. And that's really the beginning stage. And then once you've done this, you're going to stage number 2. Stage number 2 is building rules around the concepts, because a concept is great, but you need rules that you can use to test the concept, because otherwise it will just be a mess and you can't test anything. So let's say you chose the concept of liquidity. And as we all know, liquidity is resting below swing lows and swing above swing highs, and also below and above ranges. So for example, on the smaller time frame, this is a range, and above the high of the range is liquidity. And I use the concept liquidity absorption. So I want to see what happens once price triggers liquidity and if it gets absorbed. That's the concept. But how can you define that? How can you define liquidity absorption above this swing high? How can you define that swing high that we have over here? How can you define liquidity absorption? The way I do it is, if there's a break above and close below on a certain time frame, that is liquidity absorption to me. But there are so many ways to define these things. And again, let's say you are a trend trader. You want to trade with the trend. What is a trend to you? How are you defining a trend? Here we have a downtrend, which might be very clear because we have lower lows and lower highs. And then all of a sudden we take out the highs, and then this would have been a higher high. So is this, in your terms, a change in trend? Because we're still continuing down. And that's where you really need to think. If you want to trade breakouts, really build rules 1, 2, 3 rules that clearly define what a breakout is. That's really important because the more clear the rules are, the more easy it is to test and the more reliable your results are. And then once you have rules, it's time to backtest. Now, in the course that I'm going to talk about at the end of the video, we talk about 2 ways of backtesting. And the first way that I used for my basic edge is just going back from just starting here and just going back over the chart to look for setups. Now, this is only possible if your rules are 100% mechanical. And that means that you can program it into an EA and you get the same results over and over again. For most of you guys that are watching this, that's not the right way to backtest because you're going to add in some discretion. Let's say you use smart money concepts. These are not mechanical. Therefore, you can't go back because let's say, for example, you're like, oh yeah, I used a false breakout and I would have bought here at break of structure. Yeah, but we have a break of structure here as well. And maybe in some instances, there's a false breakout there. You basically have a hindsight bias. You look into the future and your results of backtesting will be shit. So only go back like this and fill in setups if they are 100% programmable and mechanical. And for the most of you, this is not the case. So then how can you backtest your stuff? You write down your rules and you put in a simulator on MT4 as possible, or you can use TradingView for this. And then you basically go bar by bar. I fucked it up there, but you get the idea. You just go bar by bar, just like you would be trading the actual live markets. And as soon as a setup triggers, you go to your Excel sheet, you fill in the data that you want to backtest, and then you're on to the next setup. This way, you can't look in the future, so there's no hindsight bias there. And you can just go bar by bar and fill in all the setups. And if you do this for 100 trades, you can see if the rules you use to backtest are profitable, yes or no. And also, if you do this time and time again, you will notice certain things happen around your setup. And when you notice these things, you can build a rule, add it to your backtesting, say, all right, what if this happens in combination with my basic rules? Does it increase performance? Yes or no? And then you test again. So you start over again and you test. And that's also why I'm very big about manual backtesting, because if you just put in an EA, you don't see these things. And if you're manually backtesting, you can see that sometimes when your setup happens, certain things align, and you can build that into a rule, test it again, and that way you can increase your performance. So that's how you want to backtest. As soon as you've done your backtesting and you really want to aim for at least 100 trades, and it depends on your time span, but I would say go back 5 years, get 100 or 200 trades of data in one pair. And those results are usually the most reliable because you want reliable results. Otherwise, when you're trading live, your results won't match your backtesting. So that's it for backtesting. And again, I'm not diving deep into what to track and how you can actually do this. That's all in the free course that I'm going to tell you about at the end. So once you're done, demo. See if you can get the same results with demo trading that you got with backtesting. Trade demo for a few months. And a lot of people say demo is a waste of time. I don't agree. I think demo is valuable to see if you can execute your backtested edge in real time, because sometimes you'll find that's not the case and you'll find issues, and there's no need to waste money on those small issues in the early stages of your strategy or your system. So trade demo for a few months and see if the results are the same. Write down any mistakes you make or any problems you find when you're backtesting and fix those problems before going live. Now, if you are at the stage and you've got your concepts, you build the rules, you backtest it and it's profitable, you demonstrate it for a while and it's profitable, then it's time to go to stage 5. Stage 5 is live trading. There we go. Then it's time to go live, guys. Not after you learned how to draw support and resistance and all right, let's go live. Oh, fuck, I'm losing money. I keep losing money. Well, how is that possible? You skipped all the vital steps. You don't have any edge when live trading. So you're losing money. It's very important to go through all these stages. And with live trading and demo trading, keep a journal, fill in your journal. And that way you can learn, maybe come up with a new rule. Then you go back to backtesting, see if it's profitable. If that's the case, add it to your plan and go back to your trading. That's basically the route you want to take when you're backtesting. So yeah, hopefully that was useful. And again, building rules can be quite hard to do. And some people think, oh, I don't need a written down plan, I don't need rules. But you have to think about it like this. With trading, there's so many room to trade. You can basically trade at any given time, any time frame, any signal. And because there is so many, you have so many choices and so many possibilities, you don't choose. And because you don't choose, there is no structure. And because there is no structure, there is no edge. And without the edge, there is no chance of making money. And I think it's kind of like the same in real life. If you don't choose and there's endless possibilities, let's say you're in a shop and you want to buy fucking peanut butter and there are like thousands of different peanut butters. You can imagine how hard it is to pick a peanut butter that you want and that you like and that maybe fits with your needs. Let's say you want one that's completely natural without all the palm oil and that kind of shit. Then you basically put in a rule, and then instead of the thousands, now you're looking at 100 pieces of peanut butter, cans of peanut butter. And then it becomes easier to choose and to find something that fits your needs. In trading, your need is to make money. And the more you basically make the frame smaller, so instead of 10,000 of ways to make money, you make it 1,000 ways. Then you think, all right, which one of these 1,000 ways fits with me? What is my personality like? And then slowly but surely, you close that window and you find the way of trading that fits with you. Because in a world of endless possibilities, you're not going to choose. And not choosing is not taking action and is living your life in a passive way and is trading in a passive way. Never taking the time to learn, never taking the time to find your edge, and never making money. And in life, if you never choose and never take action and only consume, and never just say, all right, this is what I'm going to do, fuck the rest, and your life is going to be shit, just like your trading is going to be shit if you don't choose and if you don't narrow your window of opportunities. So a bit of a rant there, guys, but I think it's very useful to take this seriously. Think for yourself, in which phase am I? Do I have concepts that I understand and like? If so, go to stage 2. Do I have clear rules that I can backtest? If so, go to stage 3. Have I backtested? Yes or no? If not, backtest. Have I traded demo after backtesting? Is there a clear edge in backtesting and can I replicate it in the live markets? If that's the case, then you're going live. If not, there's no need to waste money in these first 4 steps. Hope that was useful. Now, for those of you that have been following me for a while, you probably know I did a free course on YouTube with the prop firm BlueFX. That course goes through all these steps, but very, very deep. We show you exactly how to build rules. We show you exactly how to backtest your strategy, how to journal, and how to learn from your mistakes during live trading. So in the description below this video, you will find a link to that course. And It's quite in depth. It takes quite some time. I believe we did 5 or 6 sessions. Each of them is 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So it's really, really deep. So take your time and take notes, because if you watch these videos and take your notes, you're really, really, really miles ahead of people that don't do this. So go there now. If you have questions about backtesting, let me know in the comments down below. I will answer those as well. And then I thank you for watching, and I see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.